Michael Eric
Dyson.
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 This is Michael Eric Dyson, host of the Michael Eric Dyson Show. Recently, my producers suggested to me, rather tongue-in-cheek but somewhat seriously, that my criticism of Obama amounted to bashing. Some others would call it hating. I must disagree vehemently and stringently oppose the supposition that to criticize the President of the United States of America is to engage in bashing or hating. Are there those who are haters and bashers? To be sure. The Tea Party, the far-right wing, those people who have unprincipled assaults upon the humanity of our president, who raise serious questions about his legitimacy as the executive and the commander-in-chief of this United States of America, those haters should be dismissed. But there are other critics, those who have the best interests of the country at heart, those who respect the integrity and the brilliance of the president as I do, those who respect his legitimacy as the president should also be heard in our criticisms of his performance. I happen to take issue with Mr. Obama on many things. Should I not say that? I love him. I supported him. I was one of, according to Ebony magazine, the first prominent African Americans to support the president when most African American people were in Hillary Clinton's camp. I supported him when most black people call him Barack Obama. I supported him before Iowa. I supported him the moment he decided to make a run for the presidency. When he announced his campaign in Illinois, I called him on his cell phone and spoke to him, and I became one of his major surrogates. Now that he is in office, I reserve the right to not only love him, but to criticize him. As Toni Morrison said, can't we criticize what we love? I think the answer is in the affirmative. Was Martin Luther King Jr. a hater when he opposed and criticized Lyndon Baines Johnson? Before him, was A. Philip Randolph a hater when he had dinner with FDR and FDR said, I believe in everything you're asking me to do, now go out there and make me do it? Was Jesse Jackson a hater when he opposed Ronald Reagan and said that your principles and policies and practices are subverting the integrity of African American life and destroying the economic wherewithal of African American people? Was Al Sharpton a hater when he opposed Ronald Reagan and then, of course, when he opposed George W. Bush? No, I say. The job of a social critic and a cultural prophet and a gadfly is to tell the truth to the best of his or her ability. I think we should oppose Mr. Obama where we oppose him, according to ideological or political matters. I think we should support him and love him as African American people, but we should also hold him accountable. After all, the president says to us we should be held accountable for our practices and behavior. We should hold him accountable for his practices and behavior as the chief executive officer of the United States of America and as the president of the United States. Black people must make up their minds to love this man, but also to appreciate what his job is, also to appreciate that the far-right wing is trying to assault him, but also hold him accountable for our interests and plans. Otherwise, when the next president comes, and most likely he or she will be white, they will say to us, you did not hold the black president of the United States of America accountable. Why hold anybody else accountable who is outside of your race? We do not hold him accountable because of his race. We hold him accountable because of the office he occupies. Let's get that straight. We ain't hating if we criticize. We're not bashing if we hold him accountable. That is our job. As I end, Mr. Obama was asked when he was campaigning for president, would Martin Luther King Jr. support him? He said no, he wouldn't support any candidate. Instead, he would get the American people to hold us accountable. If Mr. Obama expected Martin Luther King Jr. to behave in such a fashion and anticipated that critics would do the same, we will be failing our duty and responsibility as citizens, and in my case, as a critic, to hold Mr. Obama accountable. I love Barack Obama. I embrace him as my president. Therefore, I must hold him accountable. This is Michael Eric Dyson. If you want more, go to DysonShow.org and check out what we do on a daily basis. Peace.